Hello, friends. Wanted to share a story. Yesterday, I picked up my girls from school, and when they got in the car, they immediately noticed how I was feeling, and they said, "Dad, you're in a terrible mood." And I immediately said, "I'm not in a terrible mood," and I said it essentially just the same way I said it here. And you know what? I was in a bad mood, and I was in denial of being in a bad mood. And I felt like crap. I hadn't eaten all day. I had worked relentlessly all day and was hyper-focused on whatever the things are that I do in my business. And I didn't go to the gym, which is something that I normally do. I didn't do a bunch of things that I normally do to try to keep myself optimal, right? So typically in the morning, I wake up early. I like to read. I like to journal. I like to stretch. I like to meditate. I like to pray. And it's part of my daily routine. And when I don't do those things, I typically feel differently than when I do. So yesterday happened to be one of those days where I didn't do any of those things. And I wasn't even aware that I didn't feel good, or didn't know or didn't notice that I was getting into a very cranky state. And it just compounded one thing after another. And while all that's happening, I'm still getting hit with all the same news that everybody's getting hit with. So, the war over in Israel with Palestine and all of the tension that's around it. And then Elon Musk talking about go fuck yourself to many of his corporate advertisers. And all of the stress of the financial markets swinging wildly in each direction, and interest rates going through the roof, and the Fed, and politics, and DeSantis, and Biden, and the Senate staffer who's getting banged out in the hearing room. And all of this noise is just pounding with the back of my head as I continue to try to win the day. And typically I'm pretty good at, keeping my blinders on and not paying attention to any of that stuff. And I can't help it sometimes, right? And so the vicious news cycle of negativity is just beating the drum in the back of my head. And I'm almost like unaware that it's happening, but it chips away at my mood sometimes. So the highlight of my day typically is when I pick up my kids from school and get to spend time with them and have fun. But I came rolling in hot, and I was completely unaware that that was true, but that's what happened. As I'm driving there, the traffic is effing miserable. It's we have the worst traffic in the history of the world, I think, and I know it's not really true because I've been to Los Angeles and I've been in their traffic, and it's definitely worse. I've been to Brazil, and their traffic is a hellish landscape of traffic. It's definitely worse, but worse is subjective. The traffic that I got driving to their school was just horrible. It was gridlock, and you got these idiot drivers who aren't paying attention, and they're probably making YouTube videos like I am now, or they're worse, checking their social media, and they're not paying attention to the road, and they're just all over the place. And to add insult to injury, I drink a tremendous amount of water, and despite the fact that I went before I left, I had to pee. And so there was no opportunity to do any of those things. So the compound interest on all of these things is just starting to accumulate. And I forgot to eat yesterday. Best practice for me is to eat. And I had forgotten to eat. So at 5 o'clock or something close to it, when I finally picked them up, I hadn't eaten. I was nauseous. I had to go to the bathroom, and I just was not myself. And they pointed it out accurately. And like a good dad, I immediately told them, no, I'm in a great mood. Which was not true. So I got to pivot, and I remembered that I can start my day over at any time, as many times as I need to, but it probably wouldn't be a good idea for me to stay stuck in this black hole that I created for myself that isn't even real. It's just my own bullshit. So that's what I did. I made the decision to start the day over, and I started to correct some of the things that I had forgotten to do earlier in the day. So, one, I got out of traffic, and we got home, and I ate, and I love cooking for my kids, so I made the right dinner. Not that there's a right or wrong dinner, but like I knew I was making something that they wanted to and liked to eat. I made shake and bake pork chops, which happens to be one of their favorites and one of my favorites. So I made that, and we ate it, and we sat down, and we talked about their day, and I got to learn about some of the things that they were doing in school, which always puts me in a better mood. Also, if I haven't said this already, I went to the bathroom. That immediately reduced about 80% of my internal stress. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a paramedic with the sirens on in the background. So great reminder, I'm doing better than whoever it is that person is, or that those folks are going to help. My day really wasn't that bad at all. But I leaned into that. I got myself out of that bad mood. I ate. I went to the bathroom. I spent some time with my kids. We watched an Adam Sandler movie. Get the marbles out your mouth, Chris. But I watched a movie with my daughters. We watched Adam Sandler. We watched Happy Gilmore. And I'm sorry, but I don't care who you are. If you're in a bad mood and you watch Happy Gilmore, chances are you're going to be in a better mood when you're done. So I watched the movie with them, and at the end of all those things, I felt better, and I had a great day. And thank goodness for that, because there's so much stuff out there, and it's Christmas, it's holiday season, and there's one bill after another coming in, and there's constant demand from Santa for more things on the list, and that can create some additional stress too. But it's all good. I get the opportunity to live, and I want you to also. So go out there, win the day, win the week, win the year, and if there's ever anything I can do, please reach out. But make it a great day, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.